Hi, I am Jenna, and today's subject is young women in union. Now, ladies, I just came back from vacation, and I'm telling you, I'm so proud of you. I see you out there. You give me new hope. Beautiful, sweet young ladies and gentlemen, such nice young men who hold the door open for me. You're just wonderful people. And I'm so proud of you. I saw you out there with your cute little haircuts and your babies and your husband all looking nice. You're just beautiful and wonderful. I'm so proud of all of you. But on the same side, I have to talk about something that I'd really rather not talk about. But while I was on vacation, I saw the worst thing that I have ever seen happen to a young lady. And I've seen some pretty awful things happen to young ladies. Pretty awful things have happened to me. So this is a hard one. I was staying in a hotel, of course, and in the morning, I heard a young woman scream. And then she blurted out some words that I cannot repeat. She called this guy a name. And very soon afterwards, I saw a totally naked, beautiful young lady running past my window with nothing but a hand towel in front of her. And that's how beautiful she was, because that hand towel covered everything that was important because she was so slim. And ladies, I just don't know. It makes me very sad because young women just don't know their value and their worth. She ran around the corner this is like a half a block altogether, to the office where these guys were the night before that checked me in. And she, apparently they found her some clothes and they took her back to this room. Now, normally you would think that she'd get back to the room and she'd get her things and she'd leave. That's not what happened. They took her back in the room, they talked to the guy, and she stayed there. She stayed right there. She was still there when I left because I heard him screaming and cursing at her when I was packing up my car to leave. This is very sad, young ladies, because some of you just don't know your value and your worth. You don't know how beautiful and wonderful you really are. And you just don't understand men. And the most important thing you have to understand is that a man, or people in general, will do whatever you allow them to do to you. They will treat you as bad as you allow them to treat you, because you do this because you feel like if you don't let them do this to you, they'll leave or whatever. If someone treats you bad, you're better off without them. And I just don't understand how we grew up like this, but it's instilled in us very early that the boys, the men, or whatever, are the important ones. And most of them, at least on a surface level, don't seem to have any kind of problem whatsoever. But we think they're the important ones, and our job is to get a man. If you're raised like this, it is a misfortunate thing, because there are so many wonderful young men out there, and I meet them all the time. And why do you put up with these guys that treat you bad when there is a guy out there just waiting for a wonderful young lady to make all your dreams come true? guys want union as badly as you do. This is why I do what I do. This is why I'm talking to you girls over and over again, young ladies, because I meet gentlemen all the time. Okay, the day I left for vacation, someone scratched my car while I was packing it up. Someone drove up to it, bumped it in the back, and scratched my bumper. It's a brand new car. And so I called the police, and the lady said that she was going to send over a female, but a male showed up. And this was the nicest young man I had ever met. And he really genuinely felt bad about what had happened to me, and he felt bad that he couldn't do anything about it because there was no witnesses, there were no cameras on the premises. And so here's my car, I've only had it for 3 days and somebody's already damaged it. He offered to buff the scratches out, and he said, it's easy, I can do it, I got to go back to the station and get some equipment. And so I'm thinking, okay, he's going to go on a call and he's never going to come back. And so he said, wait for about 40 minutes and I'll be back. And so that's what I did. I waited for 40 minutes. And then I'm thinking, okay, I'm going because he's not coming back. And I left. No sooner than I got on the expressway, he called. And he said, I'm here at the office. Where are you? Where are you? And I felt terrible because here is a man of his word, a man of integrity. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. And he came back and I wasn't there. I felt awful. And I apologized to him and I asked him, did he have time? Did he want me to turn around and come back? And he said no, he couldn't wait anymore. But this wonderful young man who has a good job, he's a police officer, very handsome, very nice, and a man of his word. He knows how to treat a lady. He knows how to protect you, of course, and keep you safe. And he wants to get married and have a family. I know this very well because I know men and I know their nature. This guy wants a family. He wants to get married. He wants to be in union. And here's this beautiful young lady on the other side of the country getting beat up by some guy and treated like dirt. And she could be with this wonderful man who would treat her right. So here's my problem. How do I get you there? And so this is why I do what I do, ladies, because I want you to understand how precious you are, how beautiful and wonderful you are, and that you deserve the best. And there are good men out there. I meet them all the time because I don't care what anybody does to me. I believe in the good and I look for the good. And if you look for it, you will find it. It'll start to show up. It might take a while. It might take a year. It might take 6 months. But if you start to look for only the good in people, you're going to see more and more good. And so a long time ago, I started looking for the good in men because I was taught that men were no good. And then when I started to look for the good in men, good men started to appear. And so now I see them like an everyday occurrence almost. Most of the men I meet are very, very nice young men. And I want them to be in union, but they need a good woman. Because the thing about men, they know their value and they know their worth. And they know they deserve the best. And that's what they're looking for. The good men are out there, but they are looking for beautiful, ladylike, genteel, sweet, polite, mannerable young ladies. Someone who's going to treat them like the king that they are. And that's the truth. And so, girls, ladies, I hope that's clear. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.